Let me tell you something nobody wants to hear. Greatness has a price, and that price is high. Higher than most people are willing to pay. That's why most people never achieve greatness. Not because they lack talent, not because they lack opportunity, but because when they see the price tag, they walk away. You say you want to be great. You say you want extraordinary success. You say you want to build an empire. But do you know what that costs? Do you understand what you must give up? Do you comprehend the sacrifices required? Because if you don't count the cost before you start, you will quit halfway. Guaranteed. Greatness is not for everyone. Not because everyone isn't capable, but because not everyone is willing to pay. The currency of greatness is not money, it's sacrifice. And the sacrifices are brutal, uncomfortable, lonely, painful. Most people take one look at what's required and choose comfort instead. Choose mediocrity instead. Choose the easy path instead. But you are not most people. You are reading this because something inside you knows you're meant for more. Something inside you is willing to pay the price. Something inside you understands that nothing worthwhile comes cheap. And you're ready to hear the truth about what greatness costs. Now let me be clear. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I'm not going to tell you it's easy if you just believe hard enough. I'm going to tell you exactly what you must sacrifice, what you must give up, what you must endure. And then you will decide, is greatness worth the price? The price of greatness is paid in 6 currencies, 6 sacrifices that must be made, 6 things you must willingly surrender if you want to reach the summit. And every person who has ever achieved anything, the first sacrifice, comfort. You must give it up completely, permanently, because comfort and greatness cannot coexist. They are mutually exclusive. You can have one or the other, never both. Most people organize their entire lives around comfort. They choose the comfortable job, the comfortable relationship, the comfortable routine, the comfortable beliefs. And they call this wisdom. But it's not wisdom, it's cowardice. It's the slow death of potential in exchange for the pleasant numbness of safety. Greatness requires you to live in perpetual discomfort. You must do things that scare you. Every single day, you must have conversations that make you nervous. You must take actions that feel risky. You must push beyond your current capacity constantly. There is no rest, no arrival, no plateau of comfort. Only continuous expansion into the uncomfortable unknown. The great man wakes up uncomfortable, goes to sleep uncomfortable, lives uncomfortable. Not because he enjoys suffering, but because he understands that growth only happens at the edge of your comfort zone. And greatness requires relentless growth. You must sacrifice late mornings. You must sacrifice lazy weekends. You must sacrifice the comfort of not being judged. You must sacrifice the ease of fitting in. You must sacrifice the pleasant fiction that you're doing enough, because you're not. You never are. There's always another level, and reaching it requires leaving comfort behind. Here's the question you must answer. Are you willing to be uncomfortable for years? Not days, not weeks, years. Because that's how long it takes to build something great. And if the answer is no, stop now. Save yourself the pain of starting something you won't finish. But if the answer is yes, the second sacrifice, time, massive amounts of it. You must give up your free time, your leisure time, your relaxation time, your entertainment time, because greatness is built in the hours that others waste. Most people trade time for entertainment. They spend hours on social media, watching TV, playing games, scrolling endlessly, and they wonder why their lives don't change. It's simple. They're not investing time, they're wasting it. Greatness requires you to become a time miser. Every hour must be accounted for. Every minute must serve your purpose. You cannot afford to waste time on activities that don't move you forward. This sounds extreme. It is extreme. But greatness is extreme. You must sacrifice time with friends who don't elevate you. You must sacrifice time on hobbies that don't develop you. You must sacrifice time on entertainment that doesn't educate you. Every hour you spend must either build your skill, expand your knowledge, grow your network, or advance your goals. This doesn't mean you never rest. Rest is strategic. Rest is necessary. But rest is not scrolling. Rest is not binge watching. Rest is recovery that prepares you for the next push, not escape that delays your progress. The great man treats time like the finite resource it is. He has maybe 4,000 weeks on this planet if he's lucky. Every week wasted is a week he'll never get back. So he spends time like a billionaire spends money. Carefully, intentionally, on things that produce returns. Calculate how you spend your 168 hours each week. How many hours go to sleep? To work? To growth? To waste? Be honest. Brutally honest. Calculate how you spend your 168 hours each week. How many hours go to sleep? To work? To growth? To waste? Be honest. Brutally honest. And then reallocate. Cut the waste. Invest in growth. Because time is the one resource you cannot buy more of. Once spent, it's gone forever. Are you willing to sacrifice thousands of hours of leisure to build something great? Are you willing to work while others play? Are you willing to invest time while others waste it? If yes, you've paid the second price. The third sacrifice, relationships, many of them. This is the most painful sacrifice, but it's necessary because not everyone in your life will support your journey to greatness. Many will sabotage it. Some will mock it. Others will resent it. And you must be willing to let them go. Most people sacrifice their dreams to maintain relationships. They stay small to keep others comfortable. They dim their lights so others don't feel inadequate. They abandon their goals to avoid judgment. And they call this loyalty. But it's not loyalty, it's fear disguised as love. Greatness requires you to outgrow people. Your childhood friends who aren't growing. Your family members who don't believe in you. Your romantic partner who wants you to stay the same. Your colleagues who celebrate mediocrity. You will outgrow them, and you must be willing to let them go. This doesn't mean you become arrogant. This doesn't mean you abandon. You cannot soar with eagles while running with turkeys. You cannot build an empire while surrounded by people who think small. You cannot achieve greatness while maintaining relationships with people who celebrate mediocrity. Look at your 5 closest relationships. Are these people where you want to be? Are they growing? Are they pushing you? Are they supporting your vision? If not, you have a choice. Upgrade your circle or abandon your dreams. Are you willing to sacrifice relationships that don't serve your greatness? Are you willing to be lonely for a season while you build? Are you willing to be misunderstood by people who don't have your vision? If yes, you've paid the third price. The fourth sacrifice, certainty. You must give up the need to know how everything will work out. You must embrace uncertainty, live in it, thrive in it, because the path to greatness is never clear, never guaranteed, never certain. Most people need certainty before they act. They need to know it will work. They need guarantees. They need assurances. And because greatness offers none of these, they never begin. They wait for certainty that never comes. And they die with their potential unrealized. Greatness requires you to act without knowing, to invest without guarantees, to commit without certainty. You must be willing to risk everything on a vision only you can see, on a dream others think is crazy. on a path that has no map. The great man steps into the unknown daily. He makes decisions within. You must sacrifice the dopamine hit of instant results, the pleasure of immediate success, the satisfaction of quick wins. You must be willing to work in obscurity, to build in silence, to persist when no one is watching and nothing seems to be happening. This requires inhuman patience. Most people quit right before the breakthrough. They plant seeds, water them for a few weeks, see no growth, and abandon the garden. But the great man keeps watering, keeps tending, keeps believing, even when there's no visible evidence of progress. The question is, can you work for 5 years with no results? Can you invest daily when there's no immediate return? Can you delay gratification long enough for compound growth to work its magic? If yes, you've paid the 5th price, the 6th sacrifice, your old identity. You must kill who you were to become who you're meant to be. You must sacrifice the comfortable story of who you think you are, the limiting beliefs about what you're capable of, the old version of yourself that doesn't match your new vision. Most people cling to their identity. I'm not a public speaker. I'm not a leader. I'm not an entrepreneur. And these identity statements become prison walls. They keep you trapped in who you were and prevent you from becoming who you could be. Greatness requires identity, death, and rebirth. You must be willing to become unrecognizable to your former self, to do things the old you would never do, to think thoughts the old you couldn't. You must sacrifice the comfort of knowing who you are, the safety of a fixed identity, the predictability of a stable self-concept. You must become fluid, evolving, transforming, always dying to who you were and being born into who you're becoming. This is destabilizing, terrifying, uncomfortable, because identity is how we make sense of ourselves. And when that identity dissolves, we feel lost. But this lostness is temporary. It's the void between death and rebirth. And on the other side is the new you, the greater you, the you capable of greatness. Are you willing to sacrifice who you are for who you must become? Are you willing to let the old you die? Are you willing to be reborn into someone unrecognizable? If yes, you've paid the 6th and final price. Now let me tell you the complete truth. These 6 sacrifices are not optional. They are mandatory. Every person who has ever achieved greatness has paid this price. Comfort, time, relationships, certainty, immediate gratification, old identity, all sacrificed on the altar of greatness. And here's what nobody tells you. You must pay this price up front. You don't get to achieve greatness first and then sacrifice later. You sacrifice first, you pay the price, and then maybe greatness comes. There are no guarantees. Only the certainty that without paying the price, greatness is impossible. Most people are not willing to pay. They want greatness without sacrifice, success without struggle, victory without battle. And because they're unwilling to pay, they remain mediocre, comfortable, safe, small, and they wonder why life feels empty. But you are different. Here's what you must do now. Honest assessment. Look at each of the 6 sacrifices. Am I currently willing to pay this price? Where am I holding back? What am I unwilling to sacrifice? Count the cost. Before you commit to greatness, count the full cost. Don't start something you're not willing to finish. Don't begin a journey you're not willing to complete. Make the decision. Once you've counted the cost, decide. Either commit fully to paying the price or choose a different path. Both are valid, but indecision is death. Pay daily. Greatness is not paid for in one lump sum. It's paid daily. Every day you must sacrifice comfort, time, relationships that don't serve, certainty, immediate gratification, and your old identity. Track your payment. Keep a journal. What did you sacrifice today for greatness? Did you choose discomfort over comfort? Did you invest time instead of wasting it? Did you let go of a limiting relationship? Did you act despite uncertainty? Did you delay gratification? Did you kill an old identity pattern? Increase the payment. As you grow, the price increases. Early sacrifices seem massive, but later they become normal, and new, bigger sacrifices are required. Always be willing to pay more. This is the path. This is the price. This is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who merely dream about it. Let me tell you one final truth. Paying the price doesn't guarantee greatness. You can sacrifice everything and still fail. There are no guarantees. But here's what is guaranteed. If you don't pay the price, you will definitely not achieve greatness. Zero chance. Impossible. So you have two options. Most people, when faced with this choice, choose mediocrity because it's safe, predictable, comfortable. And they spend the rest of their lives wondering what could have been, regretting the price they weren't willing to pay, mourning the greatness that could have been theirs. But a few, a very few, choose differently. They see the price, they count the cost, and they say, it's worth it, I'll pay. And they sacrifice comfort. They invest time. They upgrade relationships. They embrace uncertainty. They delay gratification. They kill their old identity. And they build something extraordinary. Not all of them succeed. Some pay the full price and still fall short. But every single one of them lives without regret because they know they gave everything. They paid the price. They left nothing on the table. And that knowledge is worth more than comfort ever could be. Which person will you be? The one who chooses comfort and regret, or the one who pays the price, whatever the outcome? The price of greatness is high, but the cost of mediocrity is higher, because mediocrity costs you your potential, your purpose, your reason for being. And you only get one life to pay for the things that matter. Now you know the price. Now you must decide. Will you pay it? Because greatness is not a gift. It's a purchase, and the price is steep. But for those willing to pay, it's worth every sacrifice. The price of greatness: comfort, time, relationships, certainty, immediate gratification, old identity. Will you pay it? The choice is yours. Choose wisely, because your entire life depends on this decision.